hope we did everything right because this is a live show and Ilona Europa, Accent on TV. The best of Poland and Europe and the rest of the world. And the world is pretty big, and especially when it comes to America and our American friends. Today, one of the shows that I don't know what to say is one of the happiest moments of my life. And sometimes, or mostly, I am very private on my own show. Today is this day and moment that I need to share with everybody who will watch our show forever, and I will be having this on video. Then right now I have with me my beautiful daughter, and I'm talking about her a lot. Sorry, people, but she's worth it. And we just got a beautiful, beautiful news. Then I think, Natasha, you need to just announce this news. Oh boy. Huh?
My proud mommy wants me to share. My name's Natasha Mariah, by the way. I just received a job offer from Lionsgate Premiere, and I'll be starting on the 30th of December, and I'm really excited to start.
Then we are congratulating her.
Thank you.
She just a few minutes ago got this news, and a few hours ago she was just in interview. That's a breaking news. CNN or whatever we call this. Accent on TV, the best of Poland and Europe and America. Here, I know my daughter just prefers to leave the studio and just have a moment.
It's your night. You are the perfect definition of a proud mom.
Yeah. I am.
Right,
it's not so many great things was happening in the last few years in our lives, but seeing my daughter to just going through life with so much dignity and being just perfect human being and great daughter, first and foremost, a smart one. Then I will say I'm lucky mama, and thank you for sharing this moment with all of us because we have wonderful friends with us, and I will just introduce everybody. Sweetie, if you want gently and exit.
Thank you.
Exit the show.
Congratulations.
Love you. Okay, cannot be more private, but I love it. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with us. Now, coming back to my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, and really high energy guest. It's not only me who is just so excited about life and opportunities that life can bring, and also somebody who loves to help people and teach them and give them some great advices. And I'm talking about wonderful, beautiful, great-looking lady who needs to speak very close to microphone. Yay! And your name is?
Eleanor.
Ellen, we had you on Accent on radio hour before. Then everybody who would like to listen to the show, please just go and download or listen live anytime when you want, forever on iTunes, on Stitchers, and of course on LA Talk Radio archive page, Accent on. We were talking a little bit about few things that really people do wrong or they do maybe not perfect. And I would like to focus on this word distraction because I don't want to distract myself from introducing two of my guests. But right now, distraction is something that you think we all need to acknowledge, yes?
Yes, I call myself Eleanor, the Plumber's Wife, and I help people start and fix and grow their own businesses. I especially love dirty jobs. Like plumbing, heating, cooling, anything that nobody else wants to
and
do.
nobody will expect
and we got to find out why that is.
I don't know. Isn't that right?
Isn't there a story there?
And we're here right now and see Jeremiah Higgins, who is our co-host for this hour, and he will be back every month. Hopefully you will be once a month with us, and I just really appreciate you being here and bringing a great guest. Then Jeremiah, you just met personally, Ellen, mom, like whole day, you really spent all day. If you can bring a microphone closer to your mouth, because these mics are very,
how's that?
They like to talk.
So, Ellen and I just met for the first time today, but we have spoke many times before and emailed together. And I actually help restaurants rebuild and reorganize. And Ellen and I had so much in common. And I actually go to her for advice. I call her for advice. She sends me advice. She's the best small business makeover expert. Your title really fits you.
This title is really hard. Mostly we see a lot of men. I love powerful women and ladylike ladies. I know that your history or your past or your biography has something very similar to a lot of ladies in the world, because when we become wives, sometimes we just need to be part of family growth, and sometimes we need to help our husbands to overcome certain issues in life. Sometimes we just do for a little bit focus on what is right for the family. Sometimes we just decide that maybe it's better to work separately. All of these things, and I think your life story will teach us a little bit when to make this decision, and maybe just letting go and do your own things, be who you want to be. But I will let you talk about this in 1 second. But we have one more guest that I need to introduce, and my guest has very beautiful accent, little bit different than mine. Also, although he's from Poland originally, he's an actor, he's a producer, he's a director. He's here for pretty long time in Los Angeles doing his dreams, but dreams in LA come true. Then I think when it comes to me, yes, I can say I'm the lucky one. I still trying to climb somewhere, the journey. But with you, Ari,
Yes.
you know, I like people to introduce themselves because you have an accent, and that's what we'll be having. Your name is?
My name is Adi Spector.
He has a great name, Adi Spector.
Thank
It's like
you.
we all know this name. We, of course, is really sounding very well for my ear, to my ear. But you're here for like 20 years already?
No, I've been here for 16 years actually, since
16 years.
99. So it's been a while, yes.
But your road from Poland to Los Angeles was just pretty unusual, yes? You didn't go straight. You didn't arrive to Los
yes,
Angeles
I
right
did
away.
not. At the time in Poland, it was like 1988, and I really wanted to get out of Poland. It was a communist time, and I actually supposed to go to Polish army at the time as well. And it was very difficult to go out, and I had this opportunity to go for a trip to Israel, which I obviously took, and I never came back from the trip. So
But 11 years in Israel,
Well,
that's a long time.
it
What
is a
kept
long-
you there?
well, the fact that I couldn't get a visa to United States for
Okay.
that year, for that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
actually
travel
applied.
visa, nothing, because you will stay here, obviously. You couldn't visit.
No, I couldn't visit. No, they didn't give me. When I went to the embassy, after a year, I went to the embassy in Tel Aviv and asked for a visa, for tourist visa, and they denied because they said I have no family and I probably will stay. And I
they're
didn't
right.
deny it, so they said no, you cannot come. So it took me a while, but you know,
Did you
if
practice
if you're
your craft
stubborn.
while you were there?
Well,
you
Yeah, what did you
practice?
do there? 11 years. in
Well,
Israel.
11 years. So, I mean, first of all, I needed to decide what I wanted to do.
Yes.
So for the first 2 years, I was in kibbutz because I had no money. I came with no money, so I had to somehow survive. So I
But
worked.
people need to understand that you had a dream in Poland to become an actor, and you were doing stuff in Poland already.
No, I wasn't
No?
actually. No, no.
You
I
just
left.
decided to be an actor
No,
here?
I always wanted to be an actor,
know.
but the problem is that I also believe that you're supposed to do things well, and
Okay.
when you learn something, you're supposed to learn from the best. And you know, in Poland, I didn't have that opportunity. I finished my high school, and I wanted to leave, so I went to Israel. And when I got to Israel, I didn't know the language, so I couldn't even study. I had to learn the language. So I did actually end up going to university, but while I was in university, I was studying economics and management out of all the things because I didn't really know what to study. So I decided to learn a little bit about money, you know.
But
it's
that's
kind
a
of-
good
Right?
idea. We all will say, I need that.
So
I need
that's
that.
what I did, but you know, it was my Hebrew at the time wasn't very good. So I was going to the university and I was taking classes in Hebrew at the same time, and then obviously to be an actor you have to feel the language, and
Yeah.
it takes a long time for it. So I couldn't really do that in Israel, and by the time I finished university and all these things, I actually came here. But the moment I came here, within a month or two, I enrolled in the Strasbourg Institute, the Film in Theater Institute, and
Yeah, you
the
say
rest
that
is
you want to
history.
do everything the right way. You want
Yeah.
to educate yourself, and that's really very important for you, yes?
Well, yes, that's one thing. And another thing is, you know, life is life. So first you need to eat first, right?
Yeah,
so you
that's-
can't just
going with
eat
it.
just by dreaming. So I wanted to make sure, since I was all by myself, I had no help from anybody. I needed to make sure that I'm sufficient. I found to you know, pay for
Classes
my
and-
food, for the classes, for clothes. You know, I mean, that's
How long
important
did it
too.
take you until you had your first acting job? Paying
That's
acting
interesting.
job.
Paying acting job, it took me a while because I couldn't take paying acting jobs when I got here for a while. So in the beginning, I was doing just like a student films or non-paying short films. My first, I think, paying job was about 9 years ago or so. You know,
That's not bad. You know,
Yeah.
5 years you needed to learn the craft.
yeah,
you
but
need
it
to feel
wasn't. You know, it's like $100 a day. You know, it's not. It's
But it
n-
probably
you
felt
can't-
pretty good to get
Well,
that first
yeah,
check.
I'm a working actor.
working
You
actor, I
know,
got a
yeah,
check.
yeah.
Okay,
How
and
many
we
films have you been in, do you think?
Well,
Student
you know
films
what?
and your own.
I don't even know. You can check on my IMDb, over 20 for sure, but I don't know if it's 20, 30, or 40. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure because you know those there were small projects. They're there. Then you go
Of
to do
course.
another one. I don't really count them because I like the experience. So I'm always looking forward to a next one to you know to dive into the experience and meet people. You know, to be with creative people, I think is the best thing ever because their mind is so different and they come with different ideas and they're so creative and they're also very vulnerable. You know, which I noticed that unfortunately a lot of people that are in the work for corporate America, I think they shut themselves off their emotions because their job is so tough because they have to be tough because of
certain
their
way.
position.
They need to ask certain way. They are
Right.
petrified about being sued, being talking
They
wrong way,
pretend
and
that they
everything need to be
tough.
certain way.
Exactly.
It's so funny. I don't want to go too political, but you know,
Right.
I just know I don't know what is a freedom, and everybody can chip in and talk because when I was in Poland, in a way, when I was growing up in Poland, I felt very free. Then when I start being a little bit older, 18 or 17 or something, yeah, you start understanding certain things that maybe are different than in other countries. But still, I was an artist and felt to me that I had a right to express myself and singing, doing art, or whatever I wanted to do. I had my parents who were pretty simple people and not very well educated, but they were just amazing people. The strength of Europeans and our parents, I'm sure yours too, they made us who we are here, to made me to be ready to fight for my own life. In America for many, many years, I was living life very safe. And then something bad happened 3-4 years ago. I needed to, again, rediscover how to be on my own and do everything my way, which that's very important. Start thinking about what I really want, how I want, what distracts me or not distracts me from the goal. And sometimes the paying the bill is obvious, the most petrifying situation in life. And when you have a children, then it's so many things that people who are immigrant are going through. Then people who are in this beautiful country, they probably don't have these issues. You are, do you think you are right now like American soul, or you still feel like you are between somewhere, like, you know, we are all Twilight Zones running somewhere, you know. Are we really here? Are we there? Or we are somewhere between? I am between. I really ask myself, who am I? I still don't know. Sorry, I love America, so I love Europe. But, you know, it's this one thing that I still have no answer. I know, like, maybe I'm talking too much, but that's hit my nerves. You mentioned that you couldn't feel in Israel that you could speak out the truth in a language that you just learned and become the honest actor. In America, you are known in the roles that are really European, Eastern Europeans, or just very unusual people, little tough. I know your look really suggests. Everybody looks in the camera, please. Yes, although I see a lot of comedy in you because you got this beautiful eyes and are really
Thank
smiling
you.
and honest.
Thank
But
you.
really, people like you in a role of tough man coming from Eastern Europe that you can shoot, they can shoot you, you can kill, they can kill you. All of that. And who are you? Can you say it? You're a pretty young guy, but do you know who you are right now? Are you American? Are you European? You are who are you?
I think I was blessed because I went through so many things in my life that made me who I am right now, and I don't feel I am American. I'm Polish. I'm Israeli, and I also travel all over the place. And from each country, I learned something. From each experience, I learned something new. So I feel like more international person. I think I have more understanding of the world than just I don't want to put myself in one very small drawer because it's very small.
I
see.
really also think that accent, I think I was really smart to create this show, which many years ago I tried to do also, but it wasn't right timing. And 3 years ago, for whatever reason, all stars lined up and I had a right to have one radio show, because accented people in America, there are very a lot of them. And we love accents here. Everybody, I never met anybody who was mean to me because of the way how I speak. Then after a while, I start feeling like maybe that's my strength. Maybe it's something that I'm bringing to this beautiful country that people recognize as a pleasure, a nice stuff, something unusual. And then, because before I was feeling less off. I couldn't describe myself. I was losing my thoughts. I knew I'm smart, I'm very well educated, but I had no language skills. And till this day, sorry, I speak how I speak. But I'm not making any more problem of it because I really believe people just understand that I'm trying to communicate the best way how I can. But for an actor, could you be playing Shakespeare?
Not in English.
Why not?
I mean,
Who said that they
well, I could do it, but I would sound the way I sound. I wouldn't sound like, I can't do British accent right now, so I wouldn't sound Shakespearean. Could I do Shakespeare? Probably,
Yeah. If this would be me, I would say, who said that Hamlet was the English speaker? Maybe he was Eastern European.
That's true
or
too.
Danish. Yes, you are right.
He was Danish.
But yeah, we are right now going far away. But you are right. I would love to. For everybody to listen a little bit more about your achievements and just send people to see some of your movies, which they are available on YouTube and titles that people can see. But I would like to give a little bit attention to two of my guests, and then we'll come back to the rest of it. Then Jeremiah.
A generous table.
Yes, we need to share. Really, I'm here to listen to Ellen and listen to you, Jeremiah. You have your own show. You also are advisor. You have your own business. You advise and build and open. You're opening great restaurants, many of them. You have so many passions in life and so many abilities. And you finished USC, again, filmmaking department. Then is so much in you that probably you want to do. Is it not like you wake up in the morning and say, oh, who I am today?
Well, if you come on your show, you can do everything. That's what I find. You meet the best people, right?
Right.
Yes.
And then when you meet great people, it opens doors for new ideas, for new experiences. Yes. And so I love to be on this show, and thank you for having me.
No, you are one of us right now here.
Yeah. So I mean, yes, I try to do everything and try to do everything well.
Yes.
Not always possible. Eleanor, that is sitting here next to me, is she's got great tips for, avoiding the distractions and trying to continue down your path towards achieving your goals. So I'm very happy.
And you had two shows with Ellen today on your own
This is
show.
our fourth show.
This is
Fourth show
number
today.
4.
We are
What a
like doing.
marathon. Who
They are
wants
so
us to do
tired. They
number
didn't
5?
eat anything. Yes, not even lunch. And I'm saying.
We'll do 5 without a camera or
All
mic.
day, all
Let's
day.
do another one after that.
And Jeremiah knows where to eat well and what restaurants are great.
Yeah,
If you
eat
can
well.
mention the new one that you just opened.
Well, the Azure Grill will be open in January. In
Okay.
March, though, you've got to come out to New Jersey, Summit, New Jersey. I'm opening an American bistro called the Summit House.
Please take us there.
Amazing chef. I can't tell you. You heard today a little bit about it, but I can't really tell you who the chef is yet. But it's a big
Will
name.
you announce
Big name. I
before you
will
go when
announce
you will
it
be
here.
ready?
In fact, I'd love to have them in here. And
Oh,
if you would invite them
absolutely.
into your
Absolutely.
He was a character. The owner's a character. I
Yeah.
heard him today. on
Dylan
the phone.
Baker. He's a
Okay,
good
Jeremiah,
guy.
because you had a great 2 interviews, and you know Ellen very well. I think I know her as a woman
We
and
do.
as a passionate lady,
Besties.
and I know a little bit more because of my interview on Accent On. Could you take over this part of interview
I would.
and just fire up the question.
I'd be in
And
line.
we are learning and sitting
Thank
and
you.
just learning. Okay.
We've done this a couple times, so I should be able to get this
We're best
right.
friends too. Nothing but love.
Well, here's one. We were on your show, on your radio show, right before this program. Ellen was mentioning she has 3 tips for avoiding distractions
Yes.
or turning down the distractions and staying on the right path, right? You
Right.
mentioned number 1, which was
Number 1 is, can you do anything about the distraction? So someone swings into your life and drops a bomb on you. I encourage you to just stop a moment and consider, is there anything I can really do in this situation? And if you can't, then to let it go. And just that awareness may free up a lot of time and energy. You know, I work with a lot of small business owners, and I understand what you're saying about corporate America. And one of the responses is, I'm going to go start my own business and I'm going to do it my way. And I love that energy. And if you have that itch, I encourage you to scratch it. And it can be such a creative process. I love working with the team in that dynamic too. I don't like working all by myself. I like that.
Yeah,
that,
the creativity
that
of
mix.
group and the
Right. And given that mix, there's going to be different personalities. And so that's where considering what it is that you can do and bring to a situation can be very clarifying. So in any project or in the next phase of your life, to consider what it is that you want to do next. And then a distraction is anything that's going to take you away from that. You can go this way, you can go that way, but you may still end up doing what you want to do. And I think life is too short to do anything else.
Wow.
So
I
that's
love it.
distraction tip
That's
number
not-
1.
and
And
then now we
distractions
teased you.
ruin
We're gonna
businesses.
hear number 2, right?
Now number
Number
2.
two.
Number 2.
Number 2 is to ask my go-to consulting question. We were relating a lot today from our consulting experiences. So one thing that I try not to do is tell people what to do with their lives. But as a consultant, that's
You
what
need
we're
to a
paying me
little
to
bit.
do.
Yes.
So I make suggestions. You can take it or not. But one of my go-to consulting question in a situation is to ask the question, what do we want and why do we want it? So for instance, do you want to
Well, I was
play?
going to say, how often,
But is this
how
not
often
the
do they have
toughest,
the answer?
the toughest question?
It's-
What do I want
it is
and
such a
why
good
do
question
I want
because
it?
it'll
And
turn
if
that
it's
on.
today only that I want, or do I want the same 2 weeks from now? This needs to be a real, well thought through question.
Right.
Did
No-
you? Sorry, one more thing. Did you ever had a client that you said you are not ready?
Oh, I fired a bunch of clients. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. No, don't waste my time. Right.
Okay,
You don't
you are
need
not
me.
ready, you don't
yeah,
know yet.
Right. No.
I love
But-
it.
but
Okay,
you
that's
know,
the power.
She doesn't need a distraction.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
I don't need
You're
this
right.
client distraction.
Take your time. It's not worth it, the
okay.
money.
And it doesn't reduce their worth as a human being one jot. It just
Okay.
means we're not going to dance. That's all. There's no big
I
deal.
like that. You don't need to dance with everybody who asks you
Right.
to dance.
Now let's talk about you as a director. So
Right.
someone swoops into your set and starts, dumping on somebody else. Susie took my chair, it had all my tools in it, and now I don't have what I need, and now there's a witch hunt about Susie, and before you know it, everyone's escalating. So if we were to just stop for a moment and say, okay, what do you want right now? And the guy who you're talking to may need his tools.
Right.
So we get him his tools. No drama. Just what can we do that will align with what we want? You want to go to work, here's your stuff. Can you figure it out? Yes. And now with Susie. Did Susie do something wrong? Did she break protocol? We don't know yet, really. We should talk to Susie. Now, that could happen now, or it could happen in 15 minutes, or at the end of the day. But you don't have to stimulus response
Right
react,
now.
because
Right.
then you're just
Right away.
escalating the
You just
situation.
take a gun, like in your movies, and you just, that's what you do. That's what
Okay,
I
that's
do the
tip
best.
number 3.
That's a 3. I could get rid of person who is just
If we
distracting
can't solve
you.
it, the gun's gonna do
Solve
it.
it.
Bring out the guns.
Just
Yes.
solve it.
Yeah, that's a new tip.
That's a
okay, I think
different-
it'll
yeah.
work in business just as well.
That's a filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
But you are right. We don't need to respond right now and right away, but mostly we want to, or mostly we are dragged into somebody else's drama and we become one.
Right. And when you start asking the question, what do we want? Even with Susie, maybe Susie didn't know she's not supposed to move the chair. I've been on a set before, and as the new kid, done some really stupid things because I didn't know what protocol was and
Yeah.
procedure. So maybe Susie needs a procedure and some protocol. And as we were sharing in the restaurant business, as unsexy as this sounds, a lot of times if we cut through the drama, we get down to a procedure, a system that we could write down and put in place, and people could be more successful at their jobs, and then we reduce the drama and the distraction.
But do
So-
they like?
the
Do the
structure.
people like to really go by the rules?
In
Or they
my-
always
in
find
my
a way to
opinion-
not.
No,
In my
usually
opinion, I have found yes. And when
Yes.
in fact, when I was on a TV set and I was trying to learn the ropes, what I found is that people have their jobs. And if you respect their
Okay,
jobs,
they will really.
right? Doesn't that
Right.
make
Act-
for a better set? Because people want to be successful. So
Yeah,
in your
and
business,
appreciate
in
it
your
and
life,
yeah.
right? A procedure is how to be successful doing what you're supposed to do. And when they win, we all win. As individuals, we win, and then the team can function.
as much as they fight the structure and the
Yes.
Yeah, which
they
is
really-
weird.
In the
every-
beginning,
people
this is
like
our game.
structure. Everyone
Right.
loves structure.
Yeah, you're
Myself,
right.
I mean,
It's
we all
just-
really want
I
structure.
was mentioning
at the
on
end of
last show, you want to wake up, you know how your day will be like.
Right.
It's fun to be free bird, but really we want to know what is the next step. It's petrifying sometimes to not know what is
Yeah.
the next.
It
And
seems to me that you're saying that basically you want to eliminate the emotional approach to the problem. You just think about it and be logical about that.
Well, blame will kill your culture.
oh my
Right.
gosh. Okay,
Blame
explain.
is going to kill your
Explain.
culture.
Explain deeper.
Well, does it
Blame.
really matter how we fell into the ditch?
Right.
Do we have to start the witch hunt?
Yeah.
Right? We fell into a ditch, so let's get out of the ditch and then maybe put a fence up so we don't run into the ditch again. And that's what a procedure is. And when we put, so often when I look at companies, what there are is good people they fall into holes. And then they're frustrated and they point at each other. And now we've ruined our culture and we've ruined the
This
creativity.
is genius what you are saying.
Oh, you're
because
too
that's,
cute.
No, it's a genius because this is not only in a work, it's everywhere. We
Yeah.
like to not put them, don't blame me, don't blame this person. And then we all, instead of looking for resolution, just cut the problem.
That's a
When it
distraction.
starts,
It's
it's
a
distraction.
distraction.
And we are part of the drama and we like drama sometimes. For what reason? I have no idea. But that's
We
genius
human,
what
that's
you are
why it is.
saying.
Yeah.
People start blaming each other. If is some problem that we need to blame each other, let's just don't and do something about that fast.
Right. And then, so that question, what do we want and why do we want
Hire,
it?
we are hiring you.
Yeah, well, you can do it. This is everything I do is so easy. We dig through and we get to the core problem, and when we solve that, so many distractions dissolve. Because distractions are symptoms of core issues, and the core issues are often solved with, as boring and as mundane as this sounds, with a procedure. In business,
it.
on the set, what do we want to do? Kids, there is a paradox. Oh, sorry. Now I'm getting excited about this.
No,
but
yeah.
Paradox is one of my favorite words, and the word means to hold two seemingly opposing ideas at the same time. Like to be at once standardized and consistent and creative. But it is
Yeah,
possible, and that's what that dynamic is what creates something really amazing. Because if creativity were just like, would never get it done.
Nothing will be done.
Right,
You're right.
right. So that structure, that balance, those opposing ideas, to me, is where the juice is, the greatness is, and you can find that in your business and your life as well as on the set.
But
It's
this
all
could
the
be
same.
one person who has both attributes, or sometimes people who don't have creativity, they will kill somebody who has one.
Yes.
Especially when Jeremiah, you can talk about being in a restaurant business and create a restaurant out of vision of somebody who hires you to do the good job for them, and they pay you for it, and now you are you build they dreams, the creativity big way. Also the rules and business wise, and you are one guy doing both ways. How can you do that?
I don't know how I do that.
Good
A lot
answer.
of aspirin. Yeah, a lot of aspirin. No, and it's really finding and discovering and asking the question of what do you want? And a lot of time when you turn that question back on somebody, they don't really understand what they want.
Yeah.
They have an idea, but it's my job to really kind of ask the right questions, listen enough without letting them talk, and hearing their dreams in between the different details that they put out there, and putting that dream together with a real brand, and then building and training the right people for them and building that right foundation for them so that those dreams
And this
can-
is a process. How many months sometimes takes to open a
I
restaurant?
try to
from
do
the-
it in 90 days, but it's
Oh,
usually between 90 and 100
gosh.
days.
No, need to be longer.
All the time.
You need to be longer. 90 days, that's pretty short time.
It is, but we
From
do
the
it.
dream
We
to
do it.
become one. Everybody who wants a
Well-
restaurant, small, big one, and if Jeremiah has time, please, where is your website?
HJL, Higgins Jones Liebfried, restaurantadvisors.com.
And we have also all these links on both our Facebook pages and on LA Talk Radio, on both Accent On shows.
I love to help people, though, so please give me a call.
Aw.
I'd love to help you open a restaurant.
And we love to
We'll
eat.
do
We
it
are
right.
so hungry.
We'll do it together.
I cannot wait what will be the next restaurant. And Polish food that is mixture of something, I don't know, Israeli, Polish. We need to mix the good European soul with the food. You know what I'm saying?
Are
I
you
was
saying
laughing.
that we should start a restaurant together?
I would love
here?
that. Accent
We
On,
could
that's
do a
the name of
project.
the restaurant. Accent On the food from all around the world. And one of them could be Polish kielbasa with something. We have so much good stuff going on. Adi,
need to,
I
yes.
was laughing because we were talking about resolving issues when you are hired. Mostly they hire you to become person that not everybody likes it in a movie. You are resolving somebody else's issue, or they resolve you by shooting you or killing you. Something Hollywood sees in you the person who is a dangerous person. Yes?
Well, yeah, it seems like the whole Hollywood is very, narrow-minded,
Yeah.
I would say, and they like to put you in the drawer. If they don't know where to put you, they're not going to hire you. So I'm actually lucky that they found a drawer
Absolutely.
for me. So because of my accent and my looks,
Yeah.
I'm always a Eastern European bad guy.
I will make this political problem. Why? How they could do this to my friend who is the sweetest, lovable,
What type
sweet
of role would
man?
you like to play?
Yes.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
You're
it's
funny.
so much fun to
You
play
appreciate-
bad guys.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's so much
It's
fun.
like being a kid forever with a gun and a
Yeah,
bad
true,
guy.
and
Cops and robbers.
And,
And-
since I've been doing it for a long time, it's kind of easy too.
A little
It's
bit
just like,
pro-
okay,
profiling
bad guy, I
of-
know how to do it.
I'll break your
I've
knees.
done it.
Yeah, but
You
fact
know?
is that Adi really is playing mostly bad guys. But you have one movie that you just finished and you produced and you directed. And it's part of thriller, part of comedy, part of. Could you describe
Well, I don't know which one you're talking about.
the last one that we can see on a YouTube because
Oh,
won
okay.
lots of
Did you
awards?
cast yourself as a bad guy?
No. When I cast myself, I don't cast myself as a bad
Good.
guy. As a matter of fact, the first film that I produced actually was a day job, and it was my idea because I get cast as a bad guy, and I play cello, so I decided to show people my sensitive
Yeah.
side. And my friend wrote the script for me. So I was actually an assassin whose dream was to become a cellist in the orchestra.
Oh, what a twist!
So I would basically kill a guy.
Oh, gosh,
And
come
I was
on,
I
again,
was
the
I was
shooting.
waiting for my cleaners. They were going late. They were, and
You're
I
not
was
happy with
really
your
stressed
day
out
job.
because I had an audition for the orchestra, and I came late. And
You had
so
a
on.
reason to rush.
I love
So-
that twist on an assassin that's not happy with his day job. Wants
Oh
something
my
else.
Right,
gosh!
you know.
But that's the comedian
that's good.
in
So-
you, and I see
Thank
you in the
you.
role of very tired, not maybe husband, but father. Father, doesn't matter if wife works a very busy job, maybe working successful, speaking and mentoring and just doing what you do, making people richer, but. Yeah, you have the sensitivity about you. I don't know why. We need to
Thank
break
you.
the camera. Please
Thank you.
look closer to my friend Adi, to our friend Adi. I think
Thank
he
you.
can kill, that's for sure, in lots of movies. But
All
he
those
will do it with an
casting agents
accent,
out
and
there.
everybody will be afraid of it. But outside of that, yes, you have so much to offer.
Thank
then
you.
mention title of the movie that you produced that had some good awards and recognition.
Oh yeah, last year I produced, directed, I wrote a screenplay, and I was an actor in it as well. I did the casting, location scouting, everything else, right? So
That's America. You can do all.
Yeah, you can do all, and I shot it on an iPhone, and the name of the film is How to Rob a House. And it got an award for the best screenplay on the festival in Barcelona. We got 4th place in the festival in San Diego, Mobile Film Festival. We got second place on iPhone Film Festival Beverly Hills this year. And
Because all movie was
and the movie was shot on the
on six,
iPhone.
okay,
Yeah, iPhone 5S.
5S.
And even though we didn't get any awards, we were also screened on Polish Film Festival in Los Angeles on the big screen here. We were in Austin, Texas, just a month ago. In Canada, we were in Canada. We were in Australia. In Korea, I was one of the. They only chose one, but we were one of the 3 nominated films.
Beautiful,
in
beautiful.
Korea. So for
And
the
whatever
first,
you
for
say,
the
you are here only 15, 16 years, and the first 5 you were learning a lot, which means
Yes.
10 years you are making yourself into heavy working artist, actor that has a, but they profile you as a heavy,
Right.
look and Eastern European or whatever, the tough dude, which is nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Almost every movie needs to have one right now, looks like it. But outside of that, you just really are branding yourself into your own productions because you have one. Yes, you have. You are.
Yes,
you own your own production.
Yeah, I do have a production company.
What is the name of your production company?
Blue Phantom Productions.
Blue Phantom. Okay.
Yes.
And in a way, even when we are talking, that you feel like you are American, European. You could be everywhere. You also have some representation in Poland. You have very good friend, which was on our show, which I would like to say thank you for introducing us to each other. And you have very good PR firm in Poland. Yes.
Yes. My PR person in Poland is Aldona Vleklak.
Hi, Aldona. We love you. Thank you so much because you are bringing really great artists. And who will think? I always saw Adi on film festivals, and I didn't know that you are a Polish gentleman. I really thought that you are American or whatever outside of the country, but it was so cute to find
Thank
out
you.
that you really are Polish. And Aldona, who lives in Poland, has a great PR
Right.
firm. She just introduced us via Poland into LA.
I know,
Crazy, and you are next door. And now we have you, and who knows what will happen. We will
Thank
be
you.
sharing a lot of great things together.
Thank you.
I really need to also tell everybody we have a great party, New Year party that will be Axenon is sponsoring, and obvious will be in Reseda, in very good Venetian place. We have international artists playing. I'll be singing. Oh my God. And I need to just invite everybody to the show, and please check our website. I have all the information there. Okay, that's a good plug for my own singing here. But anyway, coming back to the reason why we are here, I have, again, on my show, very strong, opinionated, wonderful, beautiful woman. When we look at her, we think, oh, she's just sweet. She smiles so nicely, but really, she's a tough cookie. And I want people to know tiny little your life story, because we mentioned a little bit hour ago, but you had a moment with your husband that you needed like save him or help him, and for whatever reason, if you can take from here and describe, because a lot of wives and women are in this situation, and the same husbands who are just trying to enter into something that they maybe don't know well how to, but they think they have all answers how to help family survive certain things. Could you tell us the story?
I call myself the plumber's wife because that was such an important part of me discovering who I am.
But what you were doing before you become the...
I had a million jobs.
That's
a million
what is
jobs. I
interesting.
was, I was a kid. My first job was handing out cheese samples in the mall at Christmas time, and then I'm like, oh, this is great. They pay you. There's food. It's fun. I've just had a million jobs. I was a ski patroller and a windsurfer instructor. I was a professional oyster shucker. I was a
Wow.
mother shucker once upon a time. So I've done all these jobs, many restaurant jobs, and started to have a career, and move up the ladder in the restaurant world. And then my husband, the plumber, Hot Rod.
Yes,
my husband's
explain.
name.
Like he's a hot dude.
He's a
because
hot
what he did.
dude. Well, he was a stunt car driver. When he was a kid,
Come
we were
on.
both very adventurous
Yeah,
before we met
dangerous.
each other. And and he was a plumber, and I thought that was a good thing, right? I thought
Yeah.
plumbers made a lot of money, so that's cool. So he has his business, and I have my career, and then his partner died. 33 years old, worked himself in a snit, and died. And we all know people, maybe you, who
Yeah.
are sacrificing their health for their business.
Yeah.
They don't get any sleep, they eat poorly, and then there's a health crisis.
Like we
And
ate
that's
nothing today.
Look
We
at
are
that. So
bad.
what am I talking about? What
Maybe
do
I
I
lose
know?
one
Yeah.
third of pound. That's good news. But you're right. Then yes, your
You
your
lose
husband
weight on this show.
was
Yeah. So my
Diet,
husband
show diet.
was so sad because this was his, best friend from when he was 8 years
30
old.
something years old gentleman,
33
yeah.
years old is when he died. And so I did a really dumb thing. I quit my real job. I said to my husband, I'll come work for you. I'll count the money. You do turn the wrenches
count the
and we'll get
money.
rich. I have a degree in business administration, went to the University of San Diego, and
Wonderful.
I thought I was all that. And then I realized I didn't know much because I nearly tanked the family business.
Wow.
But I found a mentor, a Polish gentleman named
Frank.
Frank Blau.
Hi,
Yeah.
Frank. Again, dzień dobry. Mamy nadzieję, że zadzwonisz.
Yeah.
I always said maybe one day you'll call us and mentor us.
Yay! Oh, we will
Great.
so love
I would
this.
love to call. You always can call us with any good news, any good appearances,
I
any
will.
places that you are speaking, any places, because I know that people love to bring you here, and not only here, for speaking engagements too.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, but I'm like left and right distracting
You're
you.
distracting. Well, I am too.
Gosh.
This
Okay.
is why I'm an expert on
Yes.
distractions,
I-
and so are you, because it's
Too
a
much.
distractible world. We have a lot
Yes.
of energy, and it's easy to neglect what we want and
Yeah.
then go off in another direction.
Then coming back to your husband, you
Ah.
offered the help, you had education, you
help.
thought you can do it, and you almost killed
Yeah,
his business.
Almost killed each other. I needed
And
an
killed
assassin.
him. Yeah,
I needed
call
an assassin.
Addie.
Yeah, say, Addie,
Sick.
come on over. No, and so what happened is, because of my mentor, I learned something really important, and this seems simple. Everything that I teach is very simple and very basic and powerful, and that's that you have to charge more than it costs. Even if you give some work away, even if you do good deeds in your business, they can't all
Yes.
be good deeds, because if you lose cash and profits, you're going to go out of business. So he taught me how to make money, and that was to charge more than it costs.
I
We
call him
raised our
right now.
prices.
Give me his phone number.
Yep.
Frank, sorry, I'm calling
Yep.
you.
He-
This
he
is so
just-
true.
but-
We don't price ourselves sometimes enough to charge
You're
what
going
we
to
are
love
worth.
this.
I
He-
love
he
already what
said-
you're saying.
Well, he says that the problem with business people
Yes.
is a lack of self-esteem.
yeah.
That
Self-worth,
and with
self-esteem.
plumbers, these are guys who were probably told you're too dumb to go to college. You're not going to wear a white shirt. You're going to wear a shirt with a patch. So these are people who already have been kind of programmed
Put- yes,
to not
the place.
value what it is they do. Now, this is why I identify so much with dirty jobs. I don't know how to do any of this stuff, but plumbers keep good water from bad water.
yes.
Across the world, who's doing more to promote peace and prosperity
I will
across the
keep
world than
people
the
like in
plumber?
the last moment when everything blew up. Saying, I'm coming, $1,000
My husband
more.
is very
I'm coming. I'm
popular.
almost coming. I'm almost coming. Oh, not like that. But they mostly know, and they love what they do, like all of us.
Right.
And like you say, he's a plumber. He's a painter. He's an actor.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody has like this, really wonderful respect towards people. He's opens restaurant. Sounds so sexy, and so cool, and so smart. And then we need everybody. And we need
sexy.
so much a business that your husband
so
is in.
sexy.
So sexy.
Yeah, it is.
But like you said, now you took this name, the Plumber's Wife, and you turned this into something successful for yourself, because
Yes.
eventually husband had enough of her advices, or you had enough of
I
messing
didn't
up
take my
husband
first
business.
tip. I used to tell my husband what to do all the time. How did he stay married to me? I don't know. I finally dropped that, and it's been a lot better. But in the business, what happened is, once we started to make money, money buys options. Money buys options. That's why we need it.
Right.
And once we had more options, I turned to my husband, the plumber, and I said, "What do you want?" Which is my
Aw.
go-to question. Now what?
Okay.
And he said,
What
"I
he said?
like to work all by myself."
Oh my gosh, I'll kill him.
Well, it was a little
That was really like
heartbreaking.
He
slap
answered
in
the
my
question.
He answered
face.
the
He knew what he
question.
But I
wanted.
was honest.
And it's his business, and you get to do what you want. And
Wow.
so now it seems like, oh,
Did
of
you
course.
take 50% of what you brought?
Nah.
No?
No.
You still love him?
I love him.
Okay, good.
And then what happens in that situation is, then I was liberated to go do what I want to do. Right?
Did
So
he
there's
know?
no wrong
Did
in
he
any of
know
this.
what you wanted to do? Did you tell him what you want to do, really?
God bless him, he leaves me alone.
Oh, that's wonderful husband. Okay, did he let you do what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, too, I used to think he wouldn't, but that
Yes.
was just me reacting and making it up.
Yep.
You manufacture the drama in your life. So once I stopped projecting that and just doing what I wanted to do, we get along so much better.
How long took you to get into own power? Like you really knew what you want. You say, okay, I will try it. I have no problem.
We are
How long?
still figuring it out.
Okay, then I
Right?
feel like
I
I
mean-
didn't lose at all
Right,
my
I mean-
future dreams. Then we are figuring out what we want. That is not like,
What
hey,
do you want, Alona?
What do you
what do,
want?
oh gosh,
Okay,
you don't
that's
want to
the
know.
question.
Jeremiah, you
And
don't want to. My
could that
dreams are.
change?
I want a Grammy on the wall.
Okay.
I want to win a Grammy for sure. And doesn't really matter if this will be me who is singing, because obviously I'm developing a lot of great talents who are coming, and I'm writing for them, producing stuff, and then doesn't matter who. But I feel like this will be something very special for me. And when it comes
Okay.
to business, this show needs to become a real TV show on the Bravo or any of the good channels that people can watch, enjoy people with an accent, or we want to put accent on people like Ellen, people like Jeremiah, and us, feeling how really America makes things maybe easier or tougher sometimes, but make things happen.
That is really cool because as a consultant, you just said this. When we ask people what they want, so often they don't have an answer.
Oh, I do have an
and
answer.
you have an answer.
And I
I
know
see you
will
doing-
happen.
I see you doing
I
it,
don't even
sister.
have a question in my mind that this will not happen. Grammy, maybe, sorry. That somebody told me that, you can put your own Grammy, like grandma, on a picture, and you have Grammy on the wall. But
So-
that was
so
like,
it-
boom,
it-
putting
it-
me down. But it really, and I always speak out to my students and people that I say, that's my dream. I have big dreams. I'm sure you want to win an Oscar. Nothing wrong with that, I think, until you don't. No?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just touch on what you just said about having goals and knowing what you want. It's like having GPS and not putting the address to go to.
Yeah,
Right.
If you have
that's
GPS
cool.
in the car,
That's visual.
you're
I like
gonna
it.
go in circles. You're never gonna get into your direction. But once you put it in, even if there is
Takes
a
you there.
traffic, it takes you, around.
That's what you said the
will-
first thing,
you
our
will
objective.
get there.
And isn't the side trip part of the fun? If
It
you
is.
went,
It can be, yeah.
Suppose you could manifest an apple in your hand, and I imagine that one who's powerful enough could do that. And if you could do that, where would the fun of going to find the apple come from?
Right, right.
Or if
Right.
somebody gives you an answer, you, like your husband said, now you leave me alone. I have my own answers, which is fine. It's a moment that we are saturated with somebody else impulse into our dreams or something, and just we say, okay, I think I can figure out for myself. And that's when journey is happening. I think the coolest, when you start
Yeah.
knowing. Yes, Jeremiah?
And if you detach yourself to the outcome, you gave
You're hungry.
it's Natalia, your daughter,
Natashka. Natasha, yes.
Natashka, great
Oh.
advice tonight when she wanted that job, and you suggested, you know what you want, now let go of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because and you even said we wanted some, she wanted some other jobs.
Yes.
But if she'd gotten those jobs, she wouldn't have gotten this job.
She will not, yes.
So we don't
That
always
sometimes you're
know.
right. You need to just
Right.
let it go and believe that the things are going into right direction, but we need to drive the car with some GPS.
Put the GPS in and
Yes.
then allow for some intervention, some
Right.
serendipitous, some creativity, other people may be magnetized to that moment.
You also
Right.
write the books.
I do.
Okay, tell us something about that title of your book.
My books, these are my books, very tactical. How much should I charge? Where did the money go?
I like these titles. That's
The
straightforward.
weekend business plan, how to start a business on a weekend. And the last one is called the Bare Bones Biz Plan. And now I'm working on a book called How to Make Big Bucks Doing What Other People Don't Want to Do. Advice from the Plumber's Wife.
Oh my gosh, there's so many jobs probably that we could take over. If
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, and I love, the work itself to me is, I respect it, but the creative process of getting a team together, pulling a restaurant opening,
3
is
months,
that
90
fun?
days. I don't
Hello.
believe it.
But that's got to.
I know, you're a magician.
Call me and challenge me.
Yes.
Isn't that like opening night? Isn't that a blast?
Oh, it's so much fun.
The-
There's nothing like and the crew that has worked so hard to pull open the curtain, and get on stage and make it happen. It's a high that
We have
that
only
everybody-
2 minutes before our show is over. I would love everybody to leave us with their website. And again, everything is available for downloads. We are live right now. But yes, just switch and go to a video channel, to archives, Accent on TV, the best of Poland. And every show, lots of shows we already taped. They are there forever. Then you can watch us and also on iTunes. But everything will lead you there. And I will post links to our live show, and you can watch on the Facebook how many times you want, and we'll find out everything again and again and again about our guest. And I know Jeremiah will be back maybe next week or maybe a month from now, whenever you have time, because you're pretty busy. I know that Adi, you have so much to say still, and I want to talk to you a little bit more about anything that
Perfect.
you would like to share with us, because this is the show. We are sharing, Accent Only sharing with everybody the best of Poland, the best of Europe, and the best of rest of the world, which the biggest one is, of course, America. We love you people. Then again, how people can find you, Ellen?
Ellen Rohr, ELLENROHR.com/Ilona.
That's crazy.
We
it's
got a
only
little
for one
gift
day,
for you.
probably.
No, we'll leave it up there. It's going to
Okay,
be leave it up there.
and you
Yeah,
can come
Ilona.
to our show later with good story, if that's all. Something good will happen
Yeah.
because of this link. And I would love people to not forget to check your media link, because you have so much good stuff going on
I'm
there.
so glad you like
Yeah,
that.
people need to flip. You have so many appearances and
And
many
your
different
music,
shows.
it was fun that we got to discover
Yeah,
each other. Beautiful.
I love my
Thank
music.
you.
Yeah, we have so much to do probably and eat. We will be eating for sure right now, whatever. Even peanut butter sandwich is like great restaurant in my home. Jeremiah, thank
Isn't
you
it
for...
terrible you got the restaurant guy in here with no food? I didn't
yeah.
bring any food.
What happened?
You know, that's
Sorry.
mostly how
I
this
blew
is,
it.
you know. When But Jeremiah, yes, thank you so much again for introducing us to Ellen. She'll be calling probably with any story that you want to share with us, and you'll be back. The same with you, Adi. Like I
Thank
say,
you.
Jeremiah, are you coming next week, or you are coming weeks
Whenever
from
you
now?
will have me, I will be here.
Yeah, thank
Just
you, and
Not
always
my
bring your
name.
great guest. And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
7:51. I'm pushing Accent On, and I say bye bye.
You're listening to Accent on TV. Best of Poland and Europe. Right here on LA Talk Radio.